All right, guys, happy Sunday if this is whenever you are watching it, but I am back into my little wedged corner here. I got the polo on again. No, this is not a continuation of the video that I did for you guys yesterday. This is a brand new one. I'm super excited. I actually have notes that I have to make sure that I go over. I do not have a whiteboard marker, so this will probably remain blank the whole time unless I grab one to write something down for you guys. But more than anything, I'm just excited to kind of lay out the details of what our reopening is going to look like. And I can promise you one thing, that I am not going to gab on and on and on for 65 minutes like our amazing governor did on Friday before he ever announced anything. So let's just get right down to business. So I want to remind you guys that our main goal with everything that we are doing right now is to really make sure that we prioritize your health and safety above everything else. And kind of working in conjunction with that, what that looks like and what that means for us and also for you guys is that we really have to make sure that we obey the restrictions that are being placed upon us in order so that we can still open the gym and allow people to come back for our classes. Now, if you didn't catch this in my last video, we are going to be opening the gym back up to accept people for physical in-person classes this Wednesday, May the 20th. I'm going to go through and outline what our schedule is going to look like over the next basically week and a half for in-person classes. We've got a decent amount of stuff to get through, but I do want to make sure that I say how much, on behalf of all the staff at CFG, we sincerely appreciate all the trust, the patience, and understanding that you guys have had with us for these last 2 months, and also for how things are going to be for the foreseeable future, because like I've said time and time again, we are not going back to the way things used to be. There is no getting back to normal. All of this is going to be new, and I'm so excited for the opportunity to serve you guys in an updated and unique fashion. And I have no doubt that when you get back into the gym, whenever it is that you come back, you are going to be thrilled by all the upgrades that we have made for you guys. Also, I want to make sure that I reiterate something that's very, very near and dear to my heart. If you are not comfortable coming back into the physical location this week or the week after, that is a-okay. I am completely supportive. We all are of you guys. If you are not ready to come back quite yet, maybe you want to sit out a couple of weeks. I know that your coach, your individual coach, has been in personal contact with each and every one of you guys. And some are simply not ready, and that is okay. Please rest assured that we are going to continue to provide the same level of remote coaching that we have been over the past 2 months. So don't feel like that is going to go away just because we are opening our doors again this coming Wednesday. All right, so let's get down to business. This is what the schedule is going to look like for this Wednesday through Friday. Monday and Tuesday, remember, we're not going to have the gym open, but starting Wednesday morning, bright and early, the 5:30 class is going to be back. On Wednesday, we will have 5:30, 9, 5, and 7 p.m. So a full slate of classes on Wednesday. Now, Thursday, we will not have the 5:30 class. It will be 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. only. And then Friday, we're back with that full slate of classes again, 5:30, 9, 5, and 7. I also want to let you guys know that all of this is going to be going out in an email and personal communication to you guys so that you can actually see it, because I know sometimes hearing it is a little bit different than seeing it. So Wednesday and Friday, 5:30, 9, 5, and 7. Thursday, 9 a.m., 6 p.m. Saturday, we are back with our 9 o'clock class. Next week, so beginning the 25th, not this coming week, but next week, beginning the 25th. Remember, Monday is Memorial Day, and historically we are always closed on Memorial Day, and that is not going to change this year. So Monday, the physical location will be closed. That's Monday the 25th. And then Tuesday and Thursday, again, we're going to go back to that 9 a.m., 6 p.m., 9 and 6. And then Wednesday, Friday, same schedule as what we just laid out for this week, 5:30, 9, 5, and 7. I do want to make sure that I reiterate, this is for our adult group CrossFit classes. Barbell, you guys are still meeting Wednesday and Friday at 6. And then now let's get to the kids. So CrossFit Kids has a couple of different groups. The group that meets on Tuesday and Thursday, we are still going to have that 3:45 JV class and then 4:45 varsity class. And then group 2, now this group normally meets Monday and Wednesday at 6, but because of how we have to structure things, we're not going to be able to do that. That class is going to move to 10:30 a.m. on Monday and Wednesday, all right? 10:30 a.m. Monday and Wednesday. Now, when we get into June, in terms of the adult group CrossFit classes, everything is going to be back to the way that we had the schedule before. So 5:30 and 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 and 7, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. in the evening. So that will be normal if you want to think about it like that, but that is not until June 1st rolls around. So with regards to that, I do want to say thank each and every one of you guys so much for filling out the survey. We had almost 100% of the people get onto it right away, and that allowed us to make sure that we accounted for everything, make sure that we ensure that the service that we're delivering to you guys is what is needed. Okay, so what is it going to look like when you actually get into the gym? Before I continue on, I want to make sure that this is still recording, so hold on. Okay, cool. I didn't have to record a whole new video over again. So, number one, we are allowing up to 12 athletes into each class, all right? 12 athletes in each class. Remember, like I said at the beginning, this is because of the social distancing requirements that we have to abide by. So that means we cannot have more than 12 people in each class. When you guys actually get into the gym, you'll notice we have the floor completely all taped out exactly where your personal space is going to be. And the coaches are going to pre-stage everything that you will need for that day, for that day's workout, with the minor exception, like if you bring your own water bottle or you have your own jump rope, even if you bring your own barbell, you unload it and you take it back home with you when you're done, you are allowed that as well. But rest assured that the coach will have everything that you need already staged ahead of time. So, in order to ensure that we do not have more than 12 people showing up to class, we are going to require that everybody reserve classes ahead of time. And I'm going to just briefly go through these instructions on how to do it, but it's super simple. You're going to break out your phone, go to your mobile Wodify app. On the top right button, there's those little 3 horizontal lines. You click that, and then navigate and click on class schedule. And then from there, you just want to make sure that you navigate to the day's class that you are looking to reserve, right? So remember, we're not opening the physical location on Monday, it's going to be Wednesday. So you would kind of arrow over until Wednesday is in the middle. It will be white text that shows what day you are actually reserving class for. And then you simply click the button that says reserve, and it'll show you how many people are already in that class. So right now, if you were to look, it would say 0 out of 12. But you would not be able to reserve Wednesday's class yet because the reservation system does not allow you to reserve anything until 24 hours ahead of time, all right? So you can reserve 24 hours ahead of your scheduled class time. You won't be able to reserve if it's within 2 hours of the class starting. So for instance, if Wednesday morning you wake up and it is 7:05 and you're like, man, I would love to go to the 9 a.m. You get in there to reserve, you're not going to be able to do so, all right? So you have to do it in that window. Now, if you want to cancel a reservation that you maybe made, you have to do that within 8 hours of the class starting. So back to that 9 a.m. example, let's say that Tuesday night gets a little bit exciting and a little bit fun and you don't think that you're going to maybe wake up and make the 9 a.m. on Wednesday. You need to make sure that you cancel that so somebody else can reserve by 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, so there's that 8-hour window. And then after that, what do? You just show up and let us take care of the rest. Now, let's get into that. What is it going to look like when you show up to the gym? Well, first, you are going to be met by the coach at the door. We have an infrared thermometer that we have to take people's temperature before we allow them into class. They're not even going to touch you. It stays like a couple of inches away from your forehead. We just want to make sure that you are not coming in with a fever. If you do pop a fever, we're not going to be able to allow you to attend class that day. All right? Oh, before I forget about the app, since you are logging or reserving class, that will log you in, so you will not be using the computers. And then we ask that you use the mobile app to record your score instead of going up to the computer and kind of dripping your sweat and grossness all over the place like you normally would. So everything can be done right from the comfort of your phone. Okay, so you get to the gym, we take your temp, you're good to go, you walk in. You'll notice that you've got your little designated area. You can go and pick whatever square you want. So if you know that you normally are right up front and that's where you want to be, get there ahead of time and reserve your place. Let's see, a couple of other things. We will not have community chalk buckets available. So that's probably an obvious one to you guys. What we do encourage you to do is bring like a big Ziploc bag, and a coach is going to give you a little piece of chalk. And that is, you can think of it as our gift to you. You have your own chalk. You don't got to worry about anybody else stealing it, but that is yours to keep. Definitely do not give that back to us. In your little square, you're all also going to be given your own towel for you to wipe things down with, wipe yourself down with. And then at the end of class, coach is going to come around, spray things down. You can use that towel to wipe up and then just toss it into the dirty towel bin before you leave class that day. All right? Some other things that are just due to the restrictions that are placed upon us because of social distancing, we are not going to have the normal, congregation hangout area up front. So those chairs have been taken away. The little pub stools, those have been taken away because we don't want to encourage people to hang around. We just can't do it. And this is kind of going along with it. What that means is we are not going to allow you guys to bring your kids to sit in there and kind of hang out around while class is going on. Now, I know a bunch of you guys bring your kids up with you, leave your cars on, and let them play their games that way. That is a-okay. We just can't have them congregating in the gym. Now, this also works the reverse. For those of you guys that are bringing your teenagers and your kids up for CrossFit Kids, we ask that you not stay inside the building and hang out and congregate to watch. You're welcome to watch. You can look through the windows if you really want to do that, or you can just sit in your car, enjoy your air conditioning, and enjoy your 45 to 60 minutes of peace and quiet without your kid while they are getting their workout on with one of our kids and teens coaches. So as things start to relax, probably in another 2 weeks, I hope that we're able to bring back the hangout seating areas and we can have the kids. But we really appreciate your patience and understanding during this time while the restrictions kind of mandate these things right now. I want to reiterate this. Water fountains are not going to be turned on, okay, the two little push ones. But we are going to have water bottles to give away to you guys, and they're going to be actually in your pre-staged workout station when you get there. So coach is going to set up your station. You're going to have your own water bottle. Now, if you bring your own cup or you want to refill your water bottle, we have that water refill station to the left of the water fountains. You can still use that, but the water fountains themselves, those will be turned off. All right, make sure that I'm getting all that. Okay, the last thing I want to go over is basically what happens if somebody comes down with a positive COVID test and they had been in attendance at the gym. The likelihood of this happening is small, but it is incredibly serious, and I want to make sure that we are very upfront and forward with our policy instead of springing it on somebody as a surprise. Let me double check the video one more time. Okay, we're good. So I'm at like the almost 15 minute mark. So we're almost done, I promise. So I want to read this. In the interest of making sure that we put your health and safety at the forefront, we want to clearly communicate our plan should a member of our community come down with a positive COVID test. All right, so I'll use myself as an example. Let's say that I go to the gym on Thursday of this week. I show up, and then over the weekend I find out that I have tested positive. What's going to happen? So what we're going to do is ask that all exposed athletes, so if you had direct contact, so if you were in that class with me, we are going to ask that you stay home for a period of 14 days, and we are going to revert back to providing the remote coaching that we've been doing the past 2 months. Same thing goes for our coaches. If a coach is exposed or comes down with COVID, we're going to have them stay home for 14 days. We're going to have to close the gym for a period of 24 hours to completely clean and disinfect and sanitize it. And then we're also going to make sure that we notify all of you guys that had a direct interaction personally. What I mean by that is we're going to contact each of you guys personally if you had a contact or if you were in class with this individual. We're not going to announce this publicly. And in the interest of privacy, we are not going to announce who the individual was unless they provide written permission for us to do so. That's simply a health regulation, guys. We can't go spreading people's business unless they provide that consent. All right? So once again, I really appreciate your trust and understanding in handling situations like this if they arise. Okay, so last notes and what to do with your questions. We are not going to allow drop-ins right now for the simple fact that since we are limiting the number of people that can come to class right now, we want to be sure that those spots are to you guys first and foremost. And also, quite frankly, if somebody's dropping in from somewhere, I don't know where they've been, I don't know what they've been doing, and honestly, we don't want to have to invest time and energy into worrying about that when we want to do nothing but love on you guys and, well, social distancing wise, and then provide as much joy and awesomeness as we can in that class. So no drop-ins. If somebody, a friend is visiting, sorry, they can just kind of look inside the window all sad like while you are working out. All right. Let's see. You probably noticed this or picked up on it at the beginning. Next Monday, like I said, is Memorial Day. Just like normal, we are going to close. We will have this coming Saturday, all right, the 23rd, we will have class that day, that Saturday 9 a.m. class that I said. But fear not, even though we're not able to do like a big Memorial Day workout like we normally do, thanks to the coronavirus, we are going to do something amazing that we are so excited to reveal to you guys for the 4th of July. Lastly, if you indicated on your survey that you were interested in our hybrid option, which combines the remote coaching that we have been delivering for the past 2 months with our in-person group classes, don't worry, a coach is going to personally contact you tomorrow, Monday. And then finally, if you've got any questions, you can always reach out to me. You can email Stephanie. That'd be the way to get the quickest response. Her email is stephanie@crossfitforglory.com. But guys, I just want to reiterate how excited we all are to be able to get back into the gym and work out with you guys. But even beyond the workouts, I'm just excited to see all of you guys. I don't know about you, but I have missed you more than anything than you can possibly imagine. So it's going to be a great time. And we look forward to seeing you this Wednesday, May the 20th. Take care.